Hey everyone, Dr. Josh Matson here with Infinity Chiropractic Center. I'm going to talk to you guys about something that comes in a lot at the office. A lot of kids come in with social interaction difficulties. They have difficulty in social environments. They don't know how to effectively communicate with their peers. They don't know how to effectively communicate with older people. They don't know how to just, in general, they don't know how to read an environment well. They don't know how to read they don't know how to read a social environment well. Sorry, my phone kind of cut out there. And they also don't know how to read other people well. So I'm going to explain why that correlates with coordination issues. So the reason why kids have coordination issues, they have balance issues, they just aren't coordinated, is because their muscle tone hasn't developed appropriately. Their muscles haven't developed well enough to create appropriate reactions to stimuli, and therefore they don't move well. They're not coordinated movements. And an area of the brain is called their cerebellum. It sits right here. It helps to coordinate everything in the brain and in the body. So it coordinates those movements. It coordinates the brain. But anyways, to have good coordination, you need to have good muscle tone. You need to have good muscular development to have good coordination. How you read another person, how you read a social environment, is what happens is, let's say that someone smiles at me. What I reflexively do is I smile. I have a micro smile. I mimic it. So to do that, the right side of your brain has to be functioning well to be able to mimic someone. Then what happens is I create a micro smile. I feel what happens, you activate muscles, and then I feel how that feels, and then I have an association with that in my brain that goes, when I fire these muscles in this sequence, I'm happy. So that means if I'm happy, that means the other person is happy with me. That's how you read, or that other person is happy. That's how you read another person. But you have to have good muscle tone to be able to do that. So what regulates muscle tone is the right side of your brain. What helps to develop the right side of your brain is, I'm hoping I'm doing the right side of my brain. I'm trying to do it backwards, but what helps to develop the right side of your brain is gross motor function, and gross motor development is what activates the right side of your brain. So kids that have gross motor delays and they end up having coordination issues, typically it's because the right side of the brain is developmentally delayed. It's not developed at the same rate as the other side. And that's where your social engagement centers are. The ability to read other people is as well. So that's why you see them come in together in a lot of cases. And that's also why kids that have autism, kids that have ADHD, the most consistent comorbid condition between all neurodevelopmental disorders is abnormal gait, which requires muscle tone, abnormal posture, which requires good muscle tone to keep you up, and abnormal mobility. So those all correlate with the right side of your brain. If the right side of your brain is delayed in its development, you're going to have difficulty with all of those tasks. They're going to walk awkwardly, they're going to have poor posture, they're going to have poor balance and coordination. And therefore, coming along with that is the right side of the brain is going to be underdeveloped, and that's where your social engagement networks are. So that's why you see them together. But I hope this helps you guys. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about this in my talk coming up here. In a couple Wednesdays from now. I'll post a link to that so you can learn more about that. But if your kid's struggling with social engagement, they're struggling with coordination, if you improve their coordination, is a cool thing. You improve their muscle tone, their social engagement comes right along with it in almost every single case I've ever seen. So it's really fun and really cool to see. But I hope this helps you guys. Have an awesome day. Hope to see you in my talk.